Hello everyone, welcome to the task 18. In this task, we are going to write a program to check whether the entered year is a leap year or not. Okay, so what is the logic behind a leap year? So, leap year is nothing but which follows these two conditions. Okay, so basically, the first condition is the year, if it is a multiple of 400, that means it is, if it is divisible by 400, then that has to be a leap year. Or if it is multiple of 4 and not multiple of 100, then also it is a leap year. Okay, so here we are going to use these two conditions to write a program to find out if the year entered is a leap year or not. Okay, so let's come over here. Let's start with um the variable declaration, right? So we need a variable to store the year. So let it be int year, right? And then first thing that I do is describe to the user what this program is. So let us say leap year finder, right? And few slashes. Then I have to take the input year, right? Scanf %d and year, right? So that part is done. Now I have to tell the user to enter the year, right? So I will, before the scanf, always remember, whenever you have a scanf, it is very good decision to let the user know what the user has to enter. Okay, so enter the year. Four digits. Okay, so you have made yourself very clear that you are expecting 4 digits of the year, right? So I can just assume that the user enters the year, and now our task is to check whether that year satisfies a certain condition, and the condition is this, right? So now the point is how to check whether the number is divisible by some other number or not. Okay, so checking divisibility is very simple. Whenever you want to check divisibility, it is simply to find out whether the remainder is equal to 0 or not. Okay, so basically, if let's say I have a year, okay, so if I want to divide it by 400 and find the remainder, so to find the remainder we have a operator called modulus operator, and then you just provide the number with which you want to divide it, and if that remainder is equal to 0, okay, double equal to is very important, right? And if it is equal to 0, that means it is divisible by 400. That is that simple. Okay, but this will give me either true or false, right? Whether it is divisible or not. So this has to be inside a if statement to get it to run a particular task based on that condition, right? So I will just put if over here and close this inside this. Okay, so if this condition, if it is divisible by 400, then I would say printf it's a leap year, right? And else if it is not, then I would simply say it is not a leap year, right? But this is not the only condition that I want to check, right? I have few more condition. Okay, so if you look at this, the year is multiple of 400, or, so it simply says there is an or statement, right? So as after this I would write an or, then in the second line you will see this is one thing that I have to check, whether the year is multiple of 4, then and Then I have to check another thing, that the same year is not multiple of 100. So not multiple of 100, right? So let us first write this, right? Year is multiple of 4. So since there are two conditions over here, okay, so I will just start with the brackets, right? And first I will write year mod 4, okay, is because I want to check for divisibility, I will check for 0, right? And has to be and can be done with the help of double ampersand sign. And I have to check year mod 100, right? I have to check whether it is not multiple. Okay, here we were checking for multiplicity, right? But here I have to check for not multiplicity, right? So to not it is very simple, just use not equal to 0. Okay, so when you do equal to 0, it means you are checking for multiplicity or divisibility, right? And if you are doing not equal to 0, you are just checking for whether it is not multiple by that particular number or not. Okay, okay, so I think our conditions are set. We are ready to run this program. So the leap year finder, enter the digit, let's say 2000. So it is a leap year, right? And let's try some other year. Let's say 1998. So it's not a leap year. Okay, perfect. So I think that is it with our this particular task. We'll see you in the next task.